Hi, hello, welcome back to Bioenergetics. My name's Devraj. And, we need to find, especially when we're starting out, but ongoingly, the break in our own armour. Armour was a term that Wilhelm Reich coined, like back in the 1930s, to describe the fact that we have certain traumatic experiences as kids, and then those become, because we don't process the emotions right away, the brain has this way to protect us, and that involves storing an energetic charge in the body, in the muscle system, in the fascia. It's physical. And then as we grow up, because this stored charge is not dispersed, it's not discharged, essentially, then we develop certain ideas, certain beliefs, certain habits, and everything slowly gets kind of set in stone, based around these original wounds that we've had that haven't been processed and that are now held in our body. And so the mind and the body kind of become fused together in an unhealthy way. The body has certain armoring patterns or dead zones where there's no muscular response, there's no hardly any awareness in the muscles, and then the mind has very heavy belief systems which match this, and the mind those belief systems serve to keep us from feeling stuff that's repressed and held down. It's a defensive strategy. And it's not easy to break through this. It's not easy to break through this. We have to look for where is the armoring weakest, either in the mind, in our belief systems, where can we get in there, or in the body, areas of the body where there's not so much, where there's not so much tension, but it's not really that. It's where we feel like, hey, we can get in there and create some change. And this is different for everybody. This is different for everybody. What I tend to do with the journey, is hurl people into an intense experience which has got quite a bit of structure in it, so they can't quite so easily wiggle out, you can always wiggle out, but it's part of the journey to try and stop you from wiggling out. This is the 52-week intensive. And the purpose of that is, you get in there. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's horrible, sometimes you love me, sometimes you hate me, whatever, as the teacher. But, over time, suddenly stuff starts to move and you start to become aware, okay, this is where I'm really blocked and I need to work. Okay, I don't have enough feeling and awareness in my belly and everything's locked in the top part. Okay, I've got, huge tension in the back of my neck and it's coming across my forehead and the top of my head. I can feel it now. At some point you get enough body awareness to start to orientate yourself. And at the same time, the secondary part is your breathing starts to improve to the point where you can generate more energy in your body. And I'm pointing at my belly because that's where it primarily comes from. And so what we're really doing is we're starting, when we start on our journey of wanting to change, we're starting with this fully armored kind of psyche, mind and body, and we're looking for areas. How can we get in there? How can we get in there? Where's the way in to start to heal? Because what we're really trying to do in bioenergetics or Reichian therapy is we're not learning the technique so much. That goes on, but that's not what's important. What we're really trying to do is stimulate our body's own capacity to heal, which does not need a lot of thinking, beliefs, or mind stuff. It just doesn't need it. The body has the capacity to heal, throughout our whole primate ancestry, our whole mammalian line. They didn't have to read books and watch videos or whatever, They had, that's why I focus a lot on the belly, because that's a great place to start for two reasons. If you get more awareness in your belly, then it tends to join up other circuits inside the body. And so then, it makes it easier to be aware what's blocked. It makes it easier for blocks to move. And the second reason with the belly is because when you can breathe more deeply in the belly, and if you've been practicing horizontal breathing like in some of my videos, then what happens is you start to increase the amount of free energy in the belly, and that will naturally start to drive out holding from other parts, which will first manifest as you becoming aware of tension in your neck, your shoulders, tension wherever. And then as you build up, as you take out some more of the blocks, then more energy can develop into your belly, and you start to get in a kind of forward-feeding feedback loop, a positive feedback loop. What's happened for most people is they've gone in a negative feedback loop, more armoring, more rigid belief systems, more weird behaviors, and it just goes into a harder and harder, tighter spiral of more and more armor and more rigidity in the personality and the outlook. But what we want to create is to get in there and start to create a positive feedback loop, which means basically that we start to get more energy in the belly, our breathing increases, and as that level of free energy inside starts to increase, so it starts to drive the armoring to the surface. We become more aware of it, we can work on it, and as we take another layer off, then we have more energy still to get awareness and release other layers. So hopefully this makes sense. If not, feel free to drop me a message underneath. But it's good to look, where can we get in there? And if we can't find somewhere, and that's totally okay because it's actually fairly normal, then work with the belly. Get more energy and feeling in the belly. Get your breathing going and just jump into bioenergetics. Just keep doing a structure, even if it, don't just give up after 2 days. Say, okay, I'm going to do the bow and arch for a month. Every day for a month. I'm just going to do it for 10 minutes, but I'm going to do it every day for a month. Something will change. You'll get some awareness. Something will start to move. And you'll also develop some useful discipline. Okay, guys, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to check out my course, 52-week online course for Journey. I've got more courses coming up soon as well. I'll let you know about those. But for now, see you later and have a great day.